Hi everybody, welcome to Quilt Builders Card Deck Block of the Month for April 2022. So first I have to apologize for the last video because I failed to tell you that when you oversize your half square triangles where you put the two squares together, 4 1/4, instead of what it tells you on the card, that you need to square those up to 3 1/2, and I'm sorry for the confusion there. The way you would know that if nobody ever told you in the future is that you know that this piece is the same size as this piece and this piece. So whatever the width of this piece is, that's the size that you would square that half square triangle up to. So it happened to be 3 1/2 inches. And again, my apologies for that. In the future, if you have issues, say something. Okay, and I'll correct them or give you a little more information. Felt like I was holding that back. So this month's block is called Sarah's Favorite, and it's this block right here. And this is a really, really simple one to do. So this is the card, Sarah's Favorite. And on this card it tells you that you're going to cut from your white background, which is this right here. You're going to cut 2 4 1/4 inch square, because we're doing the 12-inch block, remember, and you're going to cut 1 7 1/4 inch square. And what those are going to become are these pieces. So these are the big ones from the 7 1/4. You're going to cut that twice on the diagonal. And then these are the small ones, which come from the 4 1/4, and you're only going to cut that once on the diagonal because you have 2 of those squares. So that will give you those 4 corners. Okay? The rest of it, it tells you to cut 10 2 5/8 inch squares of the dark and 10 2 5/8 inch squares from the medium. An easier way to do that is to take the 2 strips that Jody has packaged in here for you. So you're going to have a strip, it's the width of fabric of medium or dark, and a strip of medium. Okay? And these aren't cut exactly to size, so you will need to cut them to 2 5/8 and then each, and then put them right sides together and stitch them down using a 1/4 inch seam allowance and press it open. So you're going to have, this. Okay? Then what you're going to do is just cut this into 2 5/8 inch sections. Okay? That's easier than cutting all those little squares and sewing them together. So you're just doing a pre-sew before you do all that actual cutting. Okay, so that will give you all these little pairs. These are just 4 patches. See, here's a 4 patch, here's a 4 patch, 4 patch, 4 patch, 4 patch. So you need 5 4 patches. So you just take those squares that you cut, or those 2 squares together that you cut, and turn them so that you end up with this. Okay? You are then going to sew together those 3. Okay? And it shows you on here, sometimes when you first start with these, it's a little hard to understand what they're saying, but they're showing you 3 separate 4 patches and then these as well. So you'll sew those 3 together and you'll add on those little triangles on the corner. Okay? And then you're going to sew this to the bigger one on each side. Okay? And then sew the little one on. And then repeat that for this side. And then you're just going to sew that triangle onto that center piece that you made. Okay, I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, call the shop and we'll talk you through it. And that's it for April, Sarah's Favorite. So thanks for tuning in and have fun with your block. Oh, and I can also tell you that there is now Quilt Builder Card Deck Set number 2 with 40 different blocks in it than the ones that we have. So when you've made all those other ones, you might want to make some new ones. We've got that here. Again, thanks for tuning in. Have fun making your block, and I'll see you in May. Take care.